Hello and welcome to another stream. As we are needing to get the hell out of here. We have retrofitted the Sky Factory to have some rocket engines. And what today is going to be is some more work on the Sky Factory and then waiting for it to fuel. I'm just going to adjust my audio here a little bit. I'm going to put down my music a little bit. Always find that music to be a tiny bit loud. But let's go take a look. I've done some renovations to the interior of the Sky Factory since the last episode. And I think I did a really good job. And as such, I want to show it off. But the main thing today is that we are waiting for the tanks to fill. So if we go in here to rocket fuel, we have the Sky Factory rocket fuel tanks, and they are currently at 56.8%, and they seem to not be going up. Why aren't you going up? I specifically told you to go up. Then, then after this, next thing will be full blast off. Fuel oil. Where is it? Where is my fuel oil? It's all in this cargo container here. So I may need to do some additional work with transferring over fuel oil and stuff to these things, and I may have to go get this other fuel oil that's in the other factory. However, the most important thing is that we are slowly increasing our amount of fuel. If we take a look at the rocket fuel for the Sky Factory, it's going to be full in about an hour and a half. So we're going to take that hour and a half and do some additional work, get some ammunition into it, do that kind of stuff. And I think, yeah, these tanks are empty. So another couple things I'd like to do this is renovations a bit more to the guns that are on here. I want to upgrade these from standard vanilla guns to modded guns, where we can go up to probably these assault cannons can go to 100 millimeters, and this Gatling can go to a Sea-Wiz. But let's take a look inside, as I have done a fair amount of stuff in here since the last episode. There we go. We head on in through the first airlock, and we are met with the interior. Oh, this is it's kind of basic. We just have stuff along the exterior wall, but we got some planters and some some freight. What do they have these called? Storage shelves. God, I don't know English. And then armory and such, and it's all vented up. There's our gas tanks right here getting fueled. We got cargo access immediately once I'm getting on into the ship, and our survival kit. Go through the doors, which are on either side, and we're into the forward compartment here, where we've got my sleeping quarters and the shield stuff and my shower and toilet. And then forward once again to batteries and servers. This is where all of the power is going to be, and I've also got a programmable for the automatic doors. And then through to the cockpit, which is basically the same as it was before, but I fixed the hole, so now it is pressurized. So everything is all pressurized, ready to go, and we just need to get out of here, really. But we need to get these weapons and get these this thing filled with ammunition, as I'm pretty sure Ember isn't going to let me out of here without some kind of conflict, to say the least. And I think for the meantime, in order to have access to my build and repairs, I should fly this thing back over to the factory and plug it back in right there. So many doors to get to the cockpit, but then that means that it's nicely secure. Alright. We will turn our... we'll leave the base producing rocket fuel. And we will disconnect. And as you can see here, this thing, when it has the rocket fuel in it, oh, those... those engines look cool! And we can just coast along quite smoothly here. Although I think I need to... I removed a couple gyroscopes. I need to add them back in somewhere. So I'll probably do that in that server room. But we'll come back here. And I'll line up. And... dock in. Oh. There we go. Let that thing settle to position me correctly. And then dock. We'll put our rocket fuel tanks on stockpile here, so we're not wasting little bits of fuel as the ship is sitting in dock. And oh my god, we are totally sitting on a angle here. That's no good. On dock, we'll just do it on our atmospherics. And unable to park. Oh, because I rotated that down out of the way. Go back, up, and back. Ah, there we go. Now we're flatter. Perfect. I want to go through the door, not access the thing. But how is everyone this evening? This, I think, is going to be the last stream for the finale of this series, which is kind of exciting, to say the least. Like, this series has been going on for a very long time, and I am looking forward to ending it off with a bang. With the one big, exciting episode. Alright, I think... Oh, do I leave these as GATs? Or I could take these into 30 millimeters, and then that would standardize my ammunition. Yeah, I think we just we go up to Northwind Weapons for all of the stuff on this ship. We take off all these bits, and our build and repairs will do that with the... well, as you see, it's already gotten these two, as we are just painting them that pink color. And it'll grab it then. Any plans for the next season? Yes! The next season is completely planned out, and we're waiting on the Automaton's update to occur to get the final bits of what that season will be. But it is going to be awesome. Tank. Get this thing refueled. And then we'll get some steel plate. Yes, and Nat the Gnome Season 5 will be epic, because he is the one that is going to be essentially, like, gotta slow down, I'm getting too excited. When you're doing stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, and you have a game master or a dungeon master who sets up the encounters and sort of orchestrates everything, that's what Nat the Gnome is doing. So he is designing it such that I can just go into it completely blind and have some really exciting experiences. But what do we see here for ports? Unfortunately, these are not going to be conveyored here, aren't they? No, they are not. So we're not going to be able to put guns here unless we manually load them, which is unfortunate. I'd like to put 30mm autocannons there, but the big thrusters are in the way. I could theoretically remove those big thrusters, but I actually kind of like them, because it gives me ability to save my rocket fuel while coasting around in ammo. I could... railguns at front. I could put a direct fire weapon at the front here. These were turrets before, but I could have enough turret positioning on this thing, because I'm thinking Sea-Wiz here, because that gives it a really good firing arc, So it should be able to hit absolutely everything above the ship. And then down here, we're going to put a Sea-Wiz so it can shoot absolutely everything below the ship. I think those are just guaranteed for anti-missile and anti-fighter. Okay. Then I'm believing 100 millimeters because they're just that... It's a good size. If I go any larger, it starts becoming 203s. And the 203, I feel I'd have to bury it in the hull, and I've already redesigned... I completely designed the interior. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit those. So I think 100 millimeters here. Because then we get 400 millimeters in total. And I think that'll be enough for Rudy Tooty Point Shooty. And I'd like to put some 30 millimeters in different locations. Particularly, there's less turretage back here. So I'm thinking if I cut this off, I could put a 30 millimeter pointing backwards. And that's just a nice little tail gun on either side. I hope you can make it match your vision. I hope so too, man. I think it's going to be really cool. Whatever you design. So that little tail gun on either side, that'll be good. When you get into space, you can take the thrusters off. True, I could take them off. That would reduce some weight. And, but also, then I'd lose that ability. So if I went into a atmospheric planet, then there would be, you know, issues. I'd have to use all of my rocket fuel. And it's rocket fuel. It's not like just simple hydrogen I can get anywhere. I'd have to have a full production system again. So by upgrading this, I'm essentially limiting my my flight characteristics. So if I got to a planet that didn't have oil, I couldn't fly. And I'd have to put my atmospherics back on. So at least this gives it a... when I get to a location, I can use it, if you know what I mean. And, put a beam across there? No, don't do it. Yeah, I could do some ions. I actually was thinking about that. No, I don't really have enough platinum to do some ions right now. But... oh, that's what I can put on those parts. Let me just take a look. I got the sci-fi ions. Ember Commander. This area is off limits. Failure to reply will result in hostile response. I could put some ions, like right here. At least just like one or two in each direction. That way I could, or even just, oh, I could tuck it in right there. That's kind of cute. Wait, what's, yeah, I could fit it in. And then ow. And then at least I could have a little bit of mobility in vacuum just to push the ship around enough. I'll look into it where I can slap in some ions. Possibly even remove an atmospheric or something. Like, remove like this atmospheric to the side and replace it with an ion or something. But I just had an idea. Right here, disco balls. That's what I can put in this area. Yeah! So I can have 4 disco balls. 2 on each side. And then that'll protect me from all sorts of missiles. That'll make this thing so much better for anti-missile. Now, let me land here for a second. We have got for fixed weapons. We got 75mm, 150mm railguns. Let's take a look at these railguns. We've also got, it's all for small grid, a 250mm railgun. Oh snap. That's big. That is big. Holy crap. Let's see what the other ones are like. Oh, these ones are just small. Oh, these ones are small grid. Okay, so that's what's going on. I'm pressing the wrong button here. I'll put some sort of helmet on the cockpit from the shield fails. Yeah, I think what I'm probably just gonna do is have the have another cockpit buried in the center of the ship, and I got a control seat there. So when I die, like say the cockpit gets destroyed in combat, I'll be able to just respawn to the back of the ship, run forward, and get into that seat. Let's see. If I go inside here, I have how many blocks of space? I got 1, 2, 3, 4 until this conveyor junction, which needs to be here for that thruster. Okay. So I have 4 blocks of space to go back. And 1 second here. So, 4 blocks of space. Let's take a look at that railgun. How big this 250mm railgun is. Or even just the standard vanilla railgun. But the standard is 2 blocks tall, which is not useful for me. I would have to remove all this stuff down here as well. I could make it work, but I don't really want to. We'll do the 250mm railgun, putting it 4 blocks back. 1, 2, 3, 4, which would do that, and it would still stick out the end like crazy. That seems silly. I mean, it would be cool, but it's kind of silly. I could just do a I could do artillery. That would fit in there perfectly and line up with the entrance. Like, it would literally just be like buried inside there. Artillery would fit perfectly, and of course we could do like a rocket launcher in there. But having the railgun, man. And if I did it with a vanilla railgun, it would be doing the same stick out, right? Yeah, it would be right there. It would be sticking out that far well. Actually, no, wait. I could put the vanilla railgun back further because it's got the little pass-through on the side. So, if I put that little pass-through on that railgun... Oh, wait, no. It's because it comes from below. It's a little... it's a corner, not a pass-through. Damn it. Wouldn't work. I'd have to remove batteries and such to make that function. Okay, let's just try it. Let's see what this looks like with the 250mm railgun. Let's just zip on in here. And hopefully Bill and Repair will pick this scrap up quickly. There we go. And Wait, which way do I want to have this? Sure, this way. And we'll plunk that bad boy into position. Oh no, that cuts away my, conveyor access to this thing. The cockpit won't get air anymore. Ah, well. I mean, I could do a regular artillery there, and then the cockpit could get air through the artillery beam. It would stick out a little bit. But that does look silly. I want to. What do we even have the ability to make 250mm railgun rounds right now? I wonder. I'm so looking forward to when I'm done playing with Industrial Overhaul, and this list is like 2 things long. it's been getting real annoying. I'll just grab one of the things here. 250. There we go. Railgun Sabos. Iron Nickel Nuclear. I can do that. Sure. Yeah, make me that. Make me a bunch of Railgun Sabos. Thank you. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. We don't need to have pressurization in that room. We got railguns. That's all that matters. This thing's gonna be upgunned to absolute silliness. And while we're here, we'll just take this air vent off. And we'll just take this air vent off. And we'll just put a sloping piece of armor there. Any Russianate of you? I know! I love that ship, man. It is such a cool ship. With what I'm doing in the next season, I am totally going to build a Russianate-esque ship in it. That's going to be one of my ultimate goals. Oh, that looks stupid, and I love it. That is just some big guns. Alright, let's go grab some of this 250mm. And let's go load them up and let's see how those things fire. We've got one of them. Can I not put it in my inventory? Oh, it's full of stuff. Get rid of all this scrap. So that's all you built so far, Mr. Munitions Factory. Wow, those build really slowly. Okay. I'm going to get a few of these different places, building me small quantities of these to speed this up, rather than having that one place build it so slowly. What's on board for power generation? We have batteries. That's it. Just batteries. $250. Boom. Next piece of ammo. Oh. Something spawned in that didn't have the right weapon core stuff. Don't forget to make the cargo boxes are set to special so it will auto-load the ammo. I'm not sure how to do that. But... oh, wait. I don't have cargo access up here. Where is my cargo access? It's way back here. Back into the ship. Alright, so 250. guns. Put one round in here, one round in here, and let's go take a look. And what these things can do. So 250mm railguns. We can select them, and we will go to mouse control. Aren't they? They look buried the same depth to me. Yeah, they're fine. It must just be the visual bug. Like, it just looks like the one's buried a bit deeper. And... fire! Oh, that's gonna be great, man. A railgun, 250. Wonderful! And even that just looks impressive when you're sitting here and you've got these two giant barrels forward. You just zoom in on an enemy and just line them up and blow them to smithereens. Alright. Power. Power blocks. So I don't have any power generation on the ship currently. It's just going to be power storage. What I can do is there is things like the RTG, but it's low power output. There is reactors, but I think it's actually too big. So the reactor is going to give me 150 megawatts of power output. And the small reactor here, the RTG, is only 1 megawatt. But the great part is that it's very fuel efficient, so it's just meant to be like, oh, keep your ship in low power mode for a long time. In total on this ship currently, I have... Let's see how many lithium-ion batteries I have. 15. So I have 45 megawatts of power. Which is a decent amount of power. However, I do have things like the electron matrix bank that I can build, which is 250 each, which is just like, it's 4 times the amount I have. Well, 4 or 5 times the amount I have currently in one block. So I'll probably want to add a few of these here. They take quantum computers and superconductors and such, so we can see how many we can build before we run out of components. But Long Hauler in the chat, I have a question about economy. If I set up a trade station, will AI ships stop the trade? No, I don't believe so. I don't think it's set up to do that. Don't think so. So I think we're going to need to lose a couple batteries here. So we'll do this evenly. 1 on each side to start with. As I'm not sure how many I can build before I run out of power. Sorry, before I run out of components. Because these things take a lot of components. As you can see, 25 quantum computers. Which, thankfully, it looks like we have enough. At least this is built up now. Electron matrix bank here. Recharge. It is recharging in 5 hours. That's a lot. I'm going to set this thing to recharge once it's done. And We don't have any gold. Okay, gold wire. I may need to go and take a little trip to the desert to get some gold. Because I'm not sure how much gold I have left. There's 7 units there. Oh, yeah, I am fresh out of gold. I am completely fresh out of gold. Okay, let's go get into the 3130. We're going to go fly to the desert. We need some gold. I mean, realistically, I could, if I wanted to, come into here, and there's all these electron matrix banks that I built up for a power stockpile. I could disassemble these and build more in there, but why ruin my beautiful nuclear reactor when I can just go get some more gold? And now we get to fly in the C-130 for like half an hour. Water and food. We'll just take 20 of each. Should be good with that. Ow. Hit my shins on the freaking wall as I fly up. And how are you doing over here as I barely slow down time to not break my face on the building? Your rocket fuel. Oil is built up again. Gotta keep transferring this in, man. It doesn't pull its fuel oil, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. I'll keep transferring it manually. And rocket fuel at the refinery. It's got a few percent in there, and it is filling up. Excellent. I did not recover my battleship. It has been lost to the waves. It is dead, unfortunately. But it did serve its purpose. It was a good ship. We actually don't need this thing right now. I'm just gonna slice it down to there to make that less wiggly. Gas. We're at 50% gas, so let's stockpile up for a second. Fill up these tanks. Oh, cool. We drained the base of gasoline, or at least the airport section of it. We're going to go to our pistons and start to retract them. We'll go to our magnetic plates and unlock them. We are loose. And we're going to start to roll back. Our cargo containers are empty, ready to go. I did not conquer the entire planet because I could, theoretically, load up in that Sky Factory and just fly around with a shield and railguns and just bop them on the head for an hour or two, but I think it would be incredibly boring. I am essentially post-combat in here. I don't need to fight into the AI. They're not trouble for me anymore. So we are going to remove the waypoint from the flak tower, and we're going to put in the flak tower for gold. Sorry, the flak tower, the GPS for gold. And we're going to activate our flight mode. And now the plane is going to do its thing. And once we are up, we are going to activate our route. And now we are flying towards gold. With absolutely no need for me to touch the keyboard again. We will arrive at gold in like 20 minutes. Oh yeah, I can and do use the JADO, but only when I'm fully loaded. There's no need to JADO if I'm, you know, just taking off with an empty plane. I'm not even 200,000 like kg. I only do it when I'm like fully loaded and I'm like 350,000 kg. Because then it's required. A little loud here, but I need to just raise my altitude. 5, and then we're good. Just fly to gold. Alright, what do you guys want to do for the next, like, 30 minutes? This was the bane of my existence when I was doing the series, because there would literally be times where I'm just like, alright, I'm just going to run cargo. Oh yeah, it's just a little loud. That's because in the episodes, I intentionally edit the audio to remove those loud sounds, but I can't do that while I'm doing this live. Probably not possible, Kova. It'd be cool to see if you took the C-130 to space. Well, the thing is it does have rockets on it. So theoretically, I could just fly up as high as I could and then just aim up and JADO out into orbit. Like, realistically, it's possible. And then all I need is like a little cluster of ions, and then this thing can zip around in space. Do I have components to make a connector on me? No, I don't need it. I got a connector on the front. That's how that gold is set up anyway. That particular gold is set up with a drive-up connector. The only reason why I did that back arm connector was to do... wasn't that to do the... God, it was something else I needed to connect to, and it was kind of annoying. The goal, I could just drive up to it. It's easy. Catching the engine, the sound of the engine's down, or is it not an option? It's not really an option, which is unfortunate. So, I think that, I wonder if there would be an option, like a version of Sneaky Sounds for engines and such. I personally would just love to see in the options menu here that there's more than 2 sound options. Like, I personally think there should be about 6. There should be like music, and then expand sound to be like a general sound option, and then there should be like weapons, like tools, engines, like all that kind of stuff as separate slider bars. It's good to see you playing. You gotta leave the planet? Not today, but in the next episode. The next episode is blast off to space. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of options I think that should exist in Space Engineers. Like, I can't remember if I've said this in a stream before, but, like, for example, I think there should be more difficulty settings, but they shouldn't be just, like, simple, oh, this multiplier is bigger, so it requires more iron to build a block, which is what the current sort of, like, inventory and, assembler efficiency and stuff like that is. It's very like, it makes it more difficult, and I'm doing air quotes, but you can't see that, because it makes it so that you have to just do more work to get the same result. And I would like there to be difficulty options that change how you play instead of just the quantity. So, like, for example, I would like there to be the difficulty option to go realistic flight model or arcade flight model, similar to how they have realistic and arcade sound options. And the realistic flight model would essentially just be that realistic thrust mod that makes it so that the thrust actually applies on the center of gravity of your grid. So you have to balance out your thrusters, where the arcade thrust model is just current space engineers. Did a question for you pop up a few minutes ago? I think so. Yeah, did you say something, long hauler? A little while ago. And there we go. Leveling out at 3,000 meters. And now we can just coast. It's funny. Lightning fire. It's funny. It's just the way you interpret the last sentence of, like, the last word of that sentence is funny. It's like, hey Kanajashi, how many hours are you going to live, as in like be live streaming, or how many hours are you going to live? Am I gonna die or something? But let's see. It is currently 8:45-ish my time. I could go for about an hour and a half more. So I'm going for 48 minutes again. Or I'll make it 48 minutes already. So it'll be like a 2.5 hour stream, sort of thing. Approximately that. Long hauler, I'll just go back up in the chat here, unless you remember what it was. Yes, you have a question about economy and a trade station. Will AI ships stop to trade? No. The AI isn't that good in this game. If you set up a trade, that's for other players on like a server. So that's someone else can take the credits to your station, and then they can buy and sell stuff from you, and so you can trade with other players easily that way, even if you're offline. Oh, don't need to be sorry in English, landing fire. It's fine. I just thought it was kind of funny. Get that done. There we go. How's the COVID situation going? Well, so in case anyone wasn't watching the Pharaoh stream from yesterday, it seems like my parents both have COVID, and I have to be here to, you know, help them because they're sick. So I am trying to finish the season before things go to shit. It's probably going to be the eventual I will catch it, because I'm sharing the same household as them. I've dodged it for 3 years, and I'm going to get it. I've dodged it long enough. It's finally caught me. But my ultimate goal here is, before I get sick and lose my voice and everything, and is to finish this season off. So I'm going to try to finish this season a little rushed. I could have gone a little bit farther and done a bit more stuff, but I've just got COVID coming, and then the new DLC update will occur and it'll break my save guaranteed, and then might as well just finish off the season beforehand. So that's the current situation with that. Everything should be fine though. I will stay alive. This series inspired me to try Industrial Overhaul for yourself. Nice. Industrial Overhaul, I'm probably going to do like a post-mortem of this series, with like how Industrial Overhaul felt to me, all the different benefits it had, things that I found interesting in the system, and then all the detriments that I had, all the bad things I had when I was doing this this series, and go with like, hey, if I was going to incorporate anything of this into the vanilla game experience, I'd want this, and I'd want to make sure we didn't have this, that kind of stuff. But how was my day? My day was alright. Because parents are COVID-y, I'm not allowed to go into my office. So therefore, I just did my mapping work from home. And my dog really enjoyed that. She was constantly coming over to me with her little ball and just like shoving it into my lap and being like, hey, you're home. Play with me. Play with me now. And I'm like, dog, I can't do that right now. I'm making a map. I'm trying to update this oil and gas right away into the database. I can't play. And she's like, no. And it was cute. So I did my work, made some food for my parents, and waited on their sick butts a little bit, and then took the dog out for a walk, got my own food, and I'm playing video games. That was essentially my entire day. We're messing around with the Abandoned Settlements mod. I like that mod. I think that adds a lot of cool flavor to the Space Engineers. Like, I'm really excited for what people can do for like new MES, like modular counter system spawns, with having make sure there's no enemies around here, right? Yeah, we good. We can go back to our coasting. When you have like bases that'll look dead, and then when you get within range, everything will come alive, and like drones will pop out of the ground and start attacking you and stuff. It's gonna be cool. But the Abandoned Settlements one I really enjoyed, especially back in Season 3 when I was driving around. It was so great to just drive up on one of those and go like, oh crap, like it's got a windmill. I can charge on this thing. Like, that was so exciting. If you remember back in Season 3, if it was like episode 4 or 5, somewhere around there, I came across my first Abandoned Settlement. I had just made the trailer for the Bison, and I was just going along going, oh wait, there's a settlement there. Oh, there's a couple turrets I have to destroy. I'll just have to take them out on foot because I'm not putting my Bison into this situation. But there's a freaking windmill there, and I can connect to that windmill, and I can fill up on, I can totally recharge, and then there's ice over there, and I can fill up on my ice, and I'm like, I can completely refuel at this station. I just need to salvage it. And I remember that. I did some major upgrades at that base. It was a good base. Plenty over those mountains, will be fine. Yeah, I saw Splitsy's Super Survival Salvage thing. He did this live stream where he was testing it. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, it's a kind of what I was doing with Season 3, but like on steroids. The thing is he's not using scrap, but he's like getting rid of like production. So you can't build certain blocks, so you have to salvage them instead, which is kind of like the other way around it, where I'm like, you can build anything, but you don't get the resources. Like, you don't get the actual components. You just get the resources. He has invulnerable voxels. I don't like that. I'm okay with invulnerable voxels in certain situations. If it's set up to be a challenge where you have to salvage only, I can see why having no voxel damage is a thing. So that way you don't just drill down and get iron. Because then it'd be easy. But it'd be really cool is if in his pack, and I might have to suggest this to him, he had base spawns where there's that mining node. Let me just get back in my spectator camera here for a second. Back in base. You know how I have these mining nodes? And how they're mining away small amounts of resources over time? Imagine finding one of these in his series. You would just be like, this is God, this block. I can never let this thing die. But it wouldn't be this one, like an advanced one that can actually pull out at a good rate. It would just be one that does a trickle. So as long as you have access to this location, you get a trickle of iron or something like that. Would be amazing. So that over time, it would have the, you would have the resources. And there's the desert. It's got one more ocean to cross. And we've only been flying for what, 10 minutes already? We'll be back. We'll be back at the base in like half an hour, something like that. About halfway there. How do you get mods on the Space Engineers? Does it come with its own mod loader, or do you have to use third parties like Nexus? It has the workshop on Steam, and so you can just put your mod onto the workshop, and then when you load in your save, you can just change the mods of it. And then it loads in, and my puppies come to say hi. Oh, it's a good girl. Your mouth is wet. You must have just drank and ate your dinner. You had a big drink of water and you ate your dinner, Sasha. Good girl. Yes, go flop down the other room and stare at me weirdly. Good girl. Yes, I'm talking to a microphone, Sasha. There's other people here. It's not just you. Doggo cam when I get down into my new space. I don't have room for it right now. Goddamn the renovations of my house are taking so long. I have a new space. It's like 95% done, but then my dad had to do some get some dentistry done, and then my mom is getting COVID. Now my dad's starting to get COVID, and it's like all these delays and delays. Do increase the range of ore detectors from 50 meters to any higher than that? I can't remember what it is in vanilla because I haven't played vanilla in a little while because I've been playing this Industrial Overhaul. But in Industrial Overhaul, the range is 1 kilometer, so it's kind of nice. But you should just be able to come into here and up the range a bit, depending on what it is. I can't remember what vanilla is. I think it's like 250 meters or something. It's a couple hundred meters. And you should just be able to go in there and up it. Of course, that's depending on whether it's small grid or large grid, right? I honestly don't remember anymore. It's been way too long since I played Vanilla SE. And oh my god, it's getting dark. Zoom. I'm making it daytime again. There, we're flying towards the sunrise. We had an in-flight nap, and the sun's starting to come up now. God, that looks beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. Is the flight script for your planes public? Yes, it's out there. It should be on the Discord. Not the Discord. Should be on the workshop as Auto Arrow or whatever it's called. Let me look again. Where's the thing? Edit. Browse scripts. Autopilot aerodynamic. There it is. And it's out there. I actually paid the other guy to make it. I went to him knowing he could code, and I went, I want a script that does exactly this. And I wanted to control in this way, and he went, alright. He made it for me, and then I paid him. So this script would not exist. All my flying would not exist without him making that script. Without me initiating and paying it. It was totally worth it. I would never do this series. For security, it appears to be solar issues in the system. Requesting probe to the shot to the sun for analysis. Oh, you silly embers. All because I just like to wiggle the sun around. But anyway, I would never have done this series if I couldn't have autopilot. The distances you have to fly to the different resource nodes is stupid. It is just so stupid. Like, you literally have to just sit here and fly for like 20 minutes to get to a resource node, and then fly 20 minutes to get home. Like, what? I'm not gonna fly my ship with my like mouse on the keyboard focusing for 40 minutes. Hell no. I'm gonna press a button and go watch YouTube. It's literally how I did it for this season. I was just like, alright, well, I'm gonna run cargo this evening, so I'm gonna go get like 3 or 4 loads of gold, for example. And I'd just do this, I'd set it up, and then I'd go flick on YouTube and watch YouTube. Watch some VTubers or something stupid for a couple hours as it's flying around. Yeah, I paid towards development, but then we released it for free. God, you can go buy you don't need to buy the script because it already exists. Start your first SE playthrough because of this series, and it's not fun without autopilot. I have endless speed cap, so I typically fly at 500 meters plus manually. Yes. It's going to be really interesting next season. Because we're doing orbital stuff, we're going to need a high speed cap, which is probably going to be around 1,500 meters a second, or I'm guessing there. Depends on how he sets up the planets and such. But doing that high speed cap means that when you're in planetary, like within the atmosphere, you can actually get pretty fast. You can get like 300, 400 meters a second without burning up. And so you can scream through and scream around. Like, I'm only going 84 meters a second here. This is slow. If I raise the speed cap and increase my speed, I could probably fly at a few hundred meters a second, and this trip will only take 5 minutes. But, nope. It's my slow-ass plane. But, it carries a lot of cargo. And we're almost to our descent here. Almost ready. Have you renamed the Sky Factory? If not, will you? I have not, and I'm not sure if I will. The Sky Factory is kind of just its name, right? Maybe I'll change it from Sky Factory to Sky something else. Like, because I've taken away all the factory bits of it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah. It's not factory no more. We want super speed because you grew up in the USAF and had supersonic aircraft all around me. That's kind of cool. Alright, we're going to turn off our script here and start coasting in. And we have a pretty good glide slope here. So we're just going to put our nose right on the gold and glide on in. As long as, I'm just looking in the bottom left as I slowly adjust my angle here. As long as I am maintaining or gaining with my meters per second, right about there, I am on a stable glide slope. It's not the best glide slope, but it's a glide slope. I was thinking something like Sky Explorer, or Sky Warrior, or something like that for the new ship name. So, yeah, it is a little steep, but that's okay. We're coming on in for a landing here. As we get lower, we can level out and trade some of that speed into lift and slowly come in for a landing. Give a little bit of speed here. Space command request received. Probe deployed. They're shooting a probe into the sun. A little bit more thrust because we just got a few hundred more meters here. And down. And there's the gold. Skywalker. Yeah, you could name it the Skywalker. Why not? What are you missing? Nothing. We just flew for 20 minutes and now we're arriving at gold. I gotta line myself up with this thing. Build repairs are working on the thing in front of me. Alright. Lined up. And give it a little kiss. Kiss. Get some gold. Alright. Pushing it in. Let's just move that gold in manually. medium cargo. Let's get this done quick. I want to get back in the air. Where is that? There, 664,000 gold ore. That is nice. That thing's been out here stockpiling for freaking like months. I haven't been back to gold in a very long time. That is awesome. All right. Stock. We are full. Alright, we're going to stop this thing. We're going to clear our route. We're going to pause up here. We're going to take our remote control. We're going to remove gold and add in the flak tower. And then this I might need Jado, but we'll see. We have plenty of runway here. It's a very flat desert. Which way is probably the best? I should honestly just take off towards our target. So we'll taxi down here, we'll make a turn, and then we'll make a run up. And we'll just run up towards that hill there. Nice wide turn. And we're facing... Oh, God. Wingtip almost went into the dirt. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright, we're facing back towards where we need to go. I'll hit my flight configuration button. And that's it. We're attempting to lift off. This is what Jada was built for. I am heavy. I'm 326,000 pounds. Sorry, 326,000 kilos. And that hilltop is coming quickly. This is a fat girl. So therefore, we are going to do this. Jada, get me off the ground. Woohoo! And we're up. And we're at speed. And then we click flight configuration again. And then we need to press the spin times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it's going to be loud. Cover your ears. Good. 15, 90. We're good. And then we just go route. And we're going home. What's going on with the things? We're picking up some really strange magnetic resonance pulses from the planet, reverberating between there and the primary star. Interesting. But we are flying home. Fully loaded with gold. That's all we can do. And so, if you need to go get a sandwich or something, or you can go and boil an egg and come back, I'll be flying here for the next like 15, 20 minutes. No, I do have that mod. I'm going to use it in the next series. The rocket exhaust FX and stuff. And like the animated cockpits and such. I'm going to use that all in the next series. It looks so good. And we are flying towards a mountain. Yeah. We're not climbing fast enough here. And also there's the assert there. Alright, we're going to turn off our routing. And we're going to... We need to circle a bit. just going to circle a couple times to get enough altitude so that we can get up and over. Or maybe we can get over this. Maybe. We'll see if we can get over this thing. This little dip in the mountainside. And if we can, then we can fly back on that side of the mountain. Yeah, I'm hitting the pitch limit. I set the pitch limit to be very low on the plane. So that way, when I press my auto flight mode, it's enough pitch limit so that I can pitch up and not tail strike. So it's only about like 10 degrees pitch right now, percussion. Yeah, we're going to make it over this. That's excellent. Don't I still have the rocket boosters? Yes, but I want to save that that boost just in case I need it. Say if an enemy shows up and I need to run. For now, I could just run on my propellers and my gasoline. Which, how we're doing? To fly out here on full bore, things going full, we have engines are tanks. We use 15% to fly out here. So when we get back, we should be at 70% fuel. And that's with trying to push really hard against the drag in order to go as fast as possible. If we had limited our speed to like 65 or something, we could have gotten a lot more distance out of our gasoline. And 83 kilometers to go to the flak tower. And there we go. Oh, hi, doggy. Yes, you're a good puppy wuppy. Yeah, you want chin scratches? The doggy wants chin scratches. She is a good girl. I'm not going to run into anything. Oh, yeah, God. I've got... It's open ocean. I can set this to look at the plane. Doggy cam in a month or so. Soon. Soon, doggy cam. Or I don't know. I could go grab that shitty webcam I have and plug it in and play with the doggy, you know, for a minute or two here while the plane just flies along. Oh, what the heck's going on? Ah, it's a Bertha. Route clear. Rotate. It's okay. I should outrun anything they send my way. Yeah, we got a range for the mosquito. Do I have any ammo right now? Yes, I've got ammo on my guns. Silly assert. Any clang lately? No. No clang today. No clang lately. Alright, let's get back en route. A surcharging interfering with tracking. Right. Okay. Dog wants to go out, so 1 second here. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Charlie Alpha designated Hornet permitted to assist. If a cert target closes, to clear to neutralize. Interesting. Well, looks like we don't have to worry about that right now. Just gotta fly back to the flak tower. Well, there's nothing much I can do if a possible bogey's inbound. Uncle John cannot keep up with me. Right? Because I am flying at altitude and at speed. So there shouldn't be much that can catch me up here. So even though there's this super gremlin here and such. Whoa! The gremlin's firing on the assert! Oh, how cool! I mean, the missiles aren't really landing, but it's still awesome that they're fighting. That's one of the fun things I can do when the plane is being autopiloted, is that I can just leave it. Oop, there we go. And we are now tracking my plane. And there's so many bodies of different islands and stuff that I never investigated when I went past here. These tiny little islands. It'd be actually kind of fun to build a fort into like the mountainside, and that's your just like tiny little mountain island base. Woohoo! Okay, camera going too fast. We'll settle it down right there. Perfection. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to set up. Oh, it'd be so much work. It's kind of annoying, but it'd be really fun to do like a 10 versus 10 or something like that battle on this kind of planet where you could have like, oh, this is the only place you can get, say, gold on the entire map, and there's going to be like this huge fight for the gold node, you know, or it's like these people have this long to set up their base defenses, and then this team gets to attack it, but have it like a combined airplanes, boats and tanks and stuff like that assault. Charlie, Charlie. Alpha. Check the area for ground or aerial stations. One does have range capability. Oh, cool. This reminds me of that scene in Star Wars where he's like, "Oh, it's just a TIE fighter. The thing doesn't have a jump drive. What's it doing way out here? Maybe it got lost. Well, we're just gonna find out." Try to shoot at it. Whoa! What was that? There was an enemy signal that was like 2.3 kilometers away. I mean, I'm already maxed speed, so I can't really do anything about it. There it is. Oh, an eagle eye. I see it. I see it there. Oh, they are spotting me, man. I mean, there's not really anything I can do. This thing is... It does have turrets, yes, but it's not really built for combat. It's designed just to defend itself as it runs. And that thing is flying way higher than I am. I am not designed for that altitude. This is like essentially my operational ceiling right now. So that is a spy plane I cannot touch. But if I was gonna do a server and do like community events with like oh, this is gonna be like a battle arena type thing. Everyone's gonna spawn in tanks, and we're gonna have a tank battle in this like mock city, that kind of stuff. I'd have to set up like point systems where it's like, oh yeah, if your tank is made of light armor, you get this many points, you know, and if your tank is made up of heavy armor, you get that many points. And this is how heavy your tank can be. There's different weight classes. If you're heavier than this, you get more points and that kind of stuff. So that you could have some balance. So it's like points on this team versus points on that team. We'll see. What did you miss? Not much. There's a mosquito trying to catch up to me. That will not go well for the mosquito. Is it really going to try to chase me this entire way? It's not going to catch up to me until I'm like on the other side of this island. You should give each team a bunch of cash and you can buy the components from economy stations. That could work. I'm loading up to leave orbit. To get out of here, to leave this planet, to finish the series. This is just me doing some prep on my escape ship, as the enemy seems to be tracking me. And I hear my doggy talking again. I think she wants in. Now it's just, okay, now it's... Okay, now I'm gaining on it. I'm getting away. Alright, so we're fine. Alright, you continue flying back, Mr. Plane. Dog needs to come in because she is indecisive and loves just going in and out and in and out. I'll be right back. Stay safe, Plane. Stay safe. back. Alrighty then. Doggy is back in the house. I gave her a piece of chicken to get her back in quickly and easily. That eagle eye is still out there. What AI mods do I use? Well, there are the different AI spawners that work with modular encounter systems. There's like Assert, Imber, that kind of stuff. But, so there's no misunderstanding here. This is players. Those are players pretending to be bad guys. Just so people don't misunderstand. They're not mods. It's a group of people in my Discord making a situation. But it's fun to pretend. It's kind of funny when, like, because Splitsy's done this with people playing bad guys in his series. And I took inspiration from that. I'm doing it to give some spice to the end of this series. It's just kind of funny. And people go like, what mod is that? I'm just like, it's not. It's like, I can't tell you. It's the Secret Space Engineers Creators mod. You can only use it if you're a YouTuber. The fun part about it is I just know they're there. I have no control over what they do. I just give them basic, like, hey, I'm going to do this episode. And that's basically it. So they are giving me some things to play off of. And their whole thing with the jump module and things like that, that was entirely their story design. I didn't have any, like, I didn't tell them to do that or do any say about it. They just made up that situation. And there is that eagle eye just taunting me. It's funny because my turrets, I could theoretically turn on my autocannons up to 2 kilometers. He's within range of that. Okay, will they spritz him a little bit? Give him a little bit of 1-2. My Gatling turret ranges, they're 1200. Thing is, the autocannons are so inaccurate at that range. Let's keep them down at 1000. Now, the next season has already been decided, and it's not going to be Ares at war. It is going to be. I'm tempted to call the next season Strange New Worlds, because it totally is. Where somebody else in my Discord is creating a completely custom solar system with completely custom planets, with custom ore distribution and everything. And so that I have no idea where anything is, and I truly have to explore. So I can't just go like vanilla. I can just go, yeah, I know where this is. I know where that is. Like, I know it's 2,000 kilometers from Earth to Mars. Like, it's super easy. I can just jump there. Like, I just know some of these stats from playing so much vanilla. Where in this other world, it's going to be like, I have no idea where anything is. I have no idea where this ore spawns. What? I'm going to have to fly to a planet. I'm going to have to survey it in order to find some ore. What? That's crazy, man. That's basically what it's going to be like. It's going to be fun. So I am thoroughly looking forward to that. But we are close to home. There's a civilian freighter Hornet near the flak tower. The hell? That thing's kind of... Oh, God! There's something near my base! I'm still 30 kilometers away. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, my base does have guns. And so, that's as much as I can do there. I just I don't... Oh, God, it's coming directly towards me, isn't it? Yeah, I'm getting closer to it faster than I am to the flak tower, so it's flying this direction as well. But it's a civilian freighter. Yeah, that's a Sunset City. That's a AI city. Yeah, I can go show you that. Take a look at it. You can see it is... Wow! The AI city. As I am still dampened to my gunship, so my camera's moving along. And you can go and visit there and trade there. So, I'm slightly concerned on the civilian freighter. I may have to divert away. It is slightly moving to my right, so its path is going like this way. So if I turn left, I can probably fly around it and not have to deal with it, which might be a thing I have to do here. So I'm going to clear my route, so that way the autopilot isn't taking the route to the flak tower, and I can start to turn left here. And I think about there, and I'll fly parallel to essentially the coastline, out in the water here for a while. And hopefully pass this thing by, because I need to get my load of gold back. I could cut hard right, but this eagle eye is right there. I don't want to tango with it. It's probably just going to follow me the entire way back. But I can go around here, fly over my copper mine, and then land at the flak tower, hopefully. And that guy, he's just flying circles around me. He's probably got, like... Of course, he's not hauling, like, 150,000 kilos of... gold, so he can actually fly. Path away from enemy base. Okay. So which direction is he going now? Well, hopefully my diversion here to the left is going to be good. "19 kilometers away. We should be fine. We'll just keep an eye on him. I'll just park my camera right here. We should be good. Sky Pirate's after my gold. I need to get this gold back so I can make the last bits of God, matrix banks. That's what they're called. Electron matrix banks. If not, if I can't get this gold back for some reason, I can disassemble the existing matrix banks. It'll give me some gold back. But that'd be kind of a pain. I think we should be good here, though. We're still 16 kilometers away. Still being trailed by a Surd. Is that guy being chased? No, he's secured. I'm confused. I think we'll be good, though. I think we're going to pass by. Using Oscraft in this one? Yes, I am. I actually really enjoy Oscraft. I think it's a great mod, although I know that other people that, like other people I played Space Engineers with, are a little annoyed by it. Oh god, there is a Assert out there. Holy crap. Oh god, hard right turn. That Assert's a lot closer. Way away from the Assert. Alright, I need to get back into actually spectating the plane instead of just spectator camera. Alright, that was close. But I think I can start flying back more towards the flak tower now. And I'll dodge these guys. There's a freaking harpy there. There's this... God, it's everyone here. Target taking evasive maneuvers, tracking. God damn. Means I don't have much booster left. I only have 10%, 30% on my tanks. I'm saving booster if it's like emergency situations and I need to go 90 meters a second for a short duration. I think I thread the needle between these two guys, and it looks like that freighter is heading out in this direction, so I should be able to route to the flak tower again, and I should be good now. Yeah, these dangerous parallax encounters haven't worked for months. Don't need to worry about that. Taking fire? Somebody's in combat out there. I'm not sure who. But we're just 20 kilometers away from getting our bucket of gold back. About to strike it rich. Landing gear on piston extension? There is. There is pistons and landing gear, or at least magnetic plates on the ship. Incon vessel you haven't warned. Ooh, there's gonna be some conflict breaking out. Okay, my plane is fine. Incon vessel? It's fighting. Who's it fighting? Missiles are flying up this way. Oh, it's shooting at the Sky Hornet. It's taking some fire. He's going in on attack run. He's taking a hit. He's lost some bits. He's getting lit up by the enemy's Gatlings. That is a large ship, the Harpy. Holy crap. That's a lot of guns that are being fired at him. He's losing paces. Oh god, it's just one of his bombs. He's fallen off and it's... He's being shot to smithereens. But the Hornet is coming in. Although, am I in danger? No, I'm good. Okay. Jesus Christ, look at this thing. It's huge. That thing is huge. Oh my god. That looks so cool as well. That looks so cool. Alright. Plane is good. I could probably descend here a kilometer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. See my plane there start to dive. Yes, I do know that Splitsy is about to become a dad. That is honestly pretty cool. I gave him my well wishes, and hopefully it everything turns out well. I mean, his child is born without complications. Spy plane is heading back. The Harpy is moving in. I'm not sure how much gun this Harpy has. Looks like it has some... Ooh, it's got some modded weapons. Got some 203s on it. Needs to move into position and start using them on the enemy. But, how are we doing? We are coming in, and we're just 8 kilometers away from the base. We shall leave the AI to fight their own battles, as it is taking some fire. But we're gonna let this this Harpy is scared away the enemies for me. And who are you fighting your missiles at? Seriously, there's like nobody out there. It's just like a random cloud of missiles. Oh, this would be such a great ship to capture. Man, if I had this as my ship for exploration to go to space, he's already got ions and everything all built into it. It'd be a great capture. But it's a very scary ship. And I'd probably have to destroy like 3/4 of it in order to capture it. Alright, we're almost home. We will clear the route. We're going to... we can drop another 500 meters. And we have to do a nice long run up for this landing. As we are very heavy right now. Very, very heavy. We can start to slow down. Little bit. Oh, it came. Chug, chug, chug. Draws. Getting some performance chugs. There's too much on. This is a lot. I didn't even know. Yeah, this is a lot. I'm good. You can meet her up. Oh god. Chuggy. It's really... this is not good. Okay, come on. comes. This is reload. Oh, almost chugginess. The runway. Down. Recording software. I can't stop. Come on. Okay. What is it's like going zoop down again. To look at that afterward. I need to no. We have a few research bases that strike Corvette? That's the Monarch transport. Okay. Let's just get rid of some of this AI stuff. What the heck is this? Is the game not chugging anymore? Is this good enough? Looks like this strike Corvette is crashed near my base? Interesting. Hey! Chuggy's gone. Okay, we good again. Yeah, that Aquila strike Corvette is crash landed at my base, it seems. It's like I could go and get it. I could go and salvage it. But I don't really need to anymore. I've already got everything built up and ready. Rolling on in here, and if I'm aiming for the left side of the connector, it's going to turn out good. Bonk. Lock. Alright. And now we do the pistons. Burst out the pistons. And you can see those reversing down. That one lost its head, but this one's got it. And it locks it into place. And now that gold should be being sucked out of there and positive into the base here. Ah! The heck's going on? Why is that damaged? What the heck is that damaged? Also, where's this noise coming from? It's very loud and annoying. I honestly don't know what's doing that. Interesting. Something's weird with my base. But at least the gold is being processed. It should not go into this industrial refinery. It's purified gold. Never mind, it's fine. It's gone through the purifying, crushing and purifying process, so I can get the most out of it. There we go. We have gold now. We should. So, like an hour later, because I started flying out here at like flying out there at like 48 minutes or something into the stream. So the entire stream just turned into flying to gold. we can start to work on this electric magnetics bank. Okay, it's nice. Done. Let's put in another one. I need some iron to get it started, right? Yeah, I need some steel plate. So we're back where we are an hour ago. Steel plate. We maybe use that ship as a test of this ship in a bit here. I do need to load this ship up with weaponry and ammo and stuff. So after we get this all set up and working, we can maybe fly over there and blow it the fuck up with our railguns. Sound good? Pick up the scrap. Thank you. Nice, another one's done. Right. Now, if we go to the batteries on this thing, or even just the electron matrix banks on this ship, we're going to have 250 megawatt hours each. So that's 1 gigawatt right there. So we added a gigawatt of power storage to this vessel. I think that's pretty good. Did they do any damage to my base? Let's see. Is there any damaged blocks here? There's a bunch of incomplete light panels, but that's something I just haven't built up yet. I can see. Except for that one block there. So, I don't know what went on. But there's some weird noise over here. And I don't know why. I'm guessing this is just Space Engineer's bug. So I'm not going to be that concerned about it. But what I am going to be concerned about is I need to find a way for that thing to dock with the flak tower so that I can transfer ammo easily. So I need to build a way out of this thing. Probably cut through the walls in one section and see where there's a connector that I can pipe to. So there's connectors that go up the entire route all the way on the corners. So if I go to this block and slice it out, I can get it to a connector. Alright, so let's find out where that block is. So it's going to be up here and somewhere around here. And might below it? Yeah, a couple blocks too low. This block? Yep, that block. And there is the connector. Or the conveyor. Now, I can set up a couple conveyors and a connector there, and then when I connect up, I can get all of my ammo. Conveyor and connector. Supposed to be running a monster of a computer. I have a RTX 2080. I have a what's the Ryzen 3900? I think it's a 3900 I have right now. I can't remember. No, I'm not going to finally pipe between the buildings. I'm just going to pipe a spot for the Sky Factory to connect to this building so that I can grab ammo easily. So I'm going to go... I don't know what place. Oh, it's because there's crap still there. I'm going to go boop, boop, doop, and then I'll put a connector. So... Whoa! Alright. I guess this base had a little bit of materials on hand. It built that up pretty fast and far. Yes, I've decided the scenario for next season. I said this like a few times, but it's going to be a brand new, like a strange new world. It's a custom solar system with cool stuff happening. It's going to be close to Kerbal Space Program as I can make in Space Engineers. Alright. That is fully connected there. There's other thing I need to do here is I need to I should have the fuel. So the rocket fuel refinery, this place, and this should be fuel oil. I need to transfer the fuel oil over to that thing and then separate it so we are making more fuel oil. There we go. Well, I'm not making a Star Trek show. I'm just playing some Space Engineers. I just can't think of anything else that sounds perfect like that does. And oh god, I'm getting sim speed issues. I'll have to clean up the world after I'm done playing for the night. Alright. I think 4 matrix banks is probably going to be good. I think I can go from there. So let's go to those. First, I'm actually just going to turn on my things. I'm going to disconnect. We're going to pull away. And I want to set up some groups here. So this is going to be batteries. And if I put them in with the electron matrix banks, do they still have... Okay, good. They still have the charge mode as a full option on all of them. So I'll just set them all to auto for now. And we have... these things need to recharge, but we have plenty of power for now. If I turn off my rocket fuel, I have 6 hours of hover time, which is pretty damn awesome. I'm going to go to my cargo containers here, and I'm going to lock them. Good night, Canadian meteorologist. See you another time. Another assert spawn again. God damn, I need to clean up this world. There's too many grids. be maneuvering into position here. It's hard to see the Hector when it's back there. But looks like we just need to move back a little bit more. There we go. There's the magnetics. And now we can just flatten out a little bit. Connect. And we will put our get rid of those. The Sky Factory batteries. That's just the lithium batteries. We also have these ones. Oh. Save. And then the also means the electron matrix, right? Right. Yes. Goody, goody, goody. So what I could do is go into groups and go Sky. And I can put the Sky Factory batteries on recharge on off. And I can charge them from here. Alright. So now, what I should be able to do is... Yeah, look at that. The guns have got ammo in them. Everything's pulled in. Oh, wait, those are in the other places. 100 millimeter on this ship only. The guns have their 100 millimeters. Excellent. Actually, I should just be able to say turret. The Seaways haven't pulled in, and the autocannons haven't pulled in yet. So, 30 millimeter. I should be able to move this ammo over into the bucket here. And we'll just do a bunch of standard ammo. Make it easy, just one ammo type. Be good versus missiles and enemy drones. Well, I am abandoning the world. Cleaning it up will make the final episode smooth. In which case I can actually do a massive cleanup. I can get rid of pretty much all of the stuff from this entire world. I think I can move, say, 500 boxes over of standard ammunition. And I'm also going to take all of that. I'm going to just take it all. This 100 millimeter. And take all the railgun ammo. Actually, I just take all the 30 millimeters as well. Why not? Why not take all the 30 millimeter? It's not going to go into any use here. This place has got the depleted uranium rounds, so it's got that. It's got 800 boxes of that. It should be more than enough for it. And I can start producing some more 100 millimeter. So this thing is now stocked on ammunition. Turn our stuff off of charge, which I'll have to just leave it to charge later, but I'm going to plug it into the fuel system later so it can refuel as well. And we are charged and loaded. The Sky Factory is fully functional. I think I need a few more gyros. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do, is I'd like 2 or 3 more gyros and rename everything and clean this all up. But we Gucci, man. We good. We got our weapons. With our railguns firing out there. Oh god, look at the power. It goes to 27 minutes when I'm after I fire, because they need to recharge. And our shield can all be turned back on. Sky Factory is ready to kick ass. Let me just take a look at my rocket fuel tanks. We have 49 minutes of hover. Oh, no, wait. Hour and a half of hover. Probably less if I'm flying around. But hour and a half of hover. Awesome. So at least enough time for me to go and shoot this strike corvette to death. We'll get a spectator camera on it. There we go. Skyfire. Oh, I really like the Skyfire. That sounds cool. Oh god, game. Don't be chuggy on me now. Look at it from this distance. It's firing at me. Silly thing. Don't fire at me. I've got rail guns. Hit! Oh my god, those are so accurate. Oh. Damn, this thing is kicking ass. Alright, let's move into range and let the 100mm fire a little bit. See what they're like. I mean, I know what they're like, but let's see what it's like from this thing shooting them. Hell yeah. Ah, glorious. Ah, this thing is gonna go great. Alright. I probably will add a targeting camera onto the front of this somewhere. I'll do that off stream probably. But I think for now, this has been a successful stream. I'm gonna park it up and then do a little bit of cleanup and wrap it up in like 10 minutes. We got our gold. We managed to get this thing functioning, and it has everything that it could really need. What am I gonna go to space with? This. This is going to space with me. I mean, what else would you want giant rail guns for? Is a thing to go to space with. Because the goal in the next episode is to leave this place, fly around the planet, maybe visiting some asteroids on the way, get to that jump module, dock with it, and get the hell off this rock. How long have I been live? 2 hours, 15 minutes, approximately. to self-destruct the base? Nah, I'm just going to leave it here. It's a good base. I don't want to destroy it. Ooh. The fleet ops is heading off for the day. Docking up. Connected. Park. Stockpile and recharge. And let's go make sure that we are getting our rocket fuel in here, as it is very laggy. And I'm not sure why, but I can see something 20-something kilometers away, and that kind of scares me. I can see all of the assert bases. Research bases way over there. Alright, so that's fueling up. Let's go check the fuel oil over here for the rocket fuel. As you haven't used up all of your fuel oil in stock yet, which is good. So then we'll go to the rocket fuel. And the thing currently has 64. And and the game is really this thing on in my so my God. There we go. Things have seemed to stabilize again. You guys can hear me again. I'm not gonna move my mouse anymore in the game, not to give it any more things to think about. Jeez, my computer is like, what the hell? Well, anyway, I'm gonna have to do some major grid cleanup in this world before the start of next season. No, not next season, next episode, as I think there was just a few too many grids. But we did manage to good game smooth now. Yeah, okay, it was good. The game's smooth again. We did manage to get this ship ready to go. It is mostly fueled. We're working on that now. It's mostly charged. It just needs another half hour to sit here and charge up. But it is fully armed and it is ready to rock. And we're going to go in and we're going to absolutely smash anybody who gets close to us. Next episode, we're going to be cleaning up the last bits of the base, sort of taking a tour of what we have built. And then we're going to be blasting off into orbit and traveling around the planet to get to the jump module. And then getting out of here. But I'm going to leave this laggy world behind for the evening. Thank you so much for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.